Looks like we got news coming out here in about 30 seconds. So I wanted to capture this. I wrote a script here that lasts for a whole hour, and then I bought one. I created a script here that lasts for 4 hours, and it's going to buy 50 pips deep on that. So it's going to buy from 50 to 100 with 150 pips stop, and it's 10K per order. There's 4 orders in there, and it's going to last for 4 hours. I mean, you could pick any format you want. This is the format I choose. Just because that's the way MetaTrader has it, the way they put it in there, the syntax they put it in there at, the order in which they chose, it's the same as that. Your entry, your stop, your entry, actually it's backwards. I'm actually buying the range. I'm buying a 50 pip range with a 150 pip stop. But they do list the entry first, the stop second, and the take profit third inside there. So right now the market's probably digesting this news, and I'm trying to buy I'm running 15-minute charts. I'm trying to buy this dollar yen as it crashes. So I scalped this euro earlier because there was a big psycho drama there. And this has a nice, beautiful top bottom right now, so I'm going to buy at the market on the 15. It's a baby little, as the British pound recovers from its hammering. But that was a nice scalp earlier. This looks like it's going to crash. So I'm going to put in these really super deep ones. I come in here with this. Now this is going to last for 4 hours, but it's going to buy 50 pip range. So all the way down this 101 handle. It'll be 150 pip slam possibly today when the Fomc comes out at 2. But I want to trade the people that have to reshuffle the deck leading into the news. So I think it's like 3 hours till because I got this other broker giving me the news here. I got 3.5 hours to the Fed funds rate. And here's gold looking to possibly, I would be putting a sell limit up here if I was trading it, but I'm not. 1280, and scalp it from there. And of course the entry on here would have been, if you were trading gold, kind of a real simple entry. Would he put have a pending sitting there? Of course, this is the 4 hour gold, and then find the top. So you would have bought in here, you would have bought here, and you would have bought, I guess, this little baby top here. So that would have been a great place to get in, right? Okay, so now yeah, those are good. There's actually double top here, top. So there's your entry on gold, and we probably are going to go up there, spike up into that today when the news breaks in 3.5 hours. And then okay, now I want to come back to this. This is the El Pari account. Okay, now this one I'm going to buy at the market right here. I guess this didn't work out too good here, but I only bought a little bit. But that's the problem with buying at the market. Now, if I bought a retest of that, I could run the 15-minute script here. So that's 15 minutes. Here's a 30-minute. They're overlap, and I could throw the 1 hour. I just wrote this 1 hour. So now I'm running 4 scripts layered. This is going to sit for an hour, and it's going to buy this whole possible spike, because this stuff happens all day in Forex. It's where all the money's made, in my opinion. Look at this 50 pip slam. Look at this thing reject the 100 round handle. So yeah, it's just like stupid. You know, you feel dirty when you make money, and it's so stupid easy, right? So here, 25 pips deep, walk away. So I'm up $300 on this account. I was I didn't have these scripts earlier, so now that I'm building on this this trade strategy where basically I'm going to only run this script, this 4-hour, can't seem to move it in the list. That's the problem with MetaTrader. These favorites don't auto arrange. I had to just drag it in here. I'm not using these pendings because I'm too lazy, so I'm going to delete that. I just gotta try to clean this up. What a mess. Oh, this is close all open and pendings, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to drive right into a cliff. And this one's on a hotkey. And this one would be if you wanted to, this is a neat little script somebody wrote. If you wanted to say, just pluck and trim some of your orders because you think you like, maybe you're over trading, you can come in and drag this right up to an order you don't like, and it'll pick it off. I'll just cut that one out. I must have a million stacked in here. I don't see it picking anything off. Here, let me see. Of course, if you double click on that, it's going to open the meta editor, so you probably want to run a solid state drive in your computer, because if meta editor has to come up, you know, it take you forever, you know. Like if you're in a panic move, you know, like you just want, you know it's going to tank. Like look at this euro coming back for a retest here. So stupid. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to have to come back to this account. If I don't blow it up, then you know, what are you going to do? Anyways, I want to buy at the market here on this dollar yen. I think it's a good buy right here, and this looks like it's setting up for one of those classic break out the trend line, come back to the trend line. Do some analysis here. So we broke out, and then we got this top bottom here. So, and this top bottom looks like it's failing over here. I'm going to delete all this stuff. But this coming back into a possible retest, same with this guy. So I'm going to put a 30-minute order in there, and we still got, I don't know if there's any news coming up. Yeah, there's no news until the Fed. So I figured there'll be a bunch of kind of people trying to balance their books and get a lot of people taking profits and, you know, getting in reversals. I'm kind of a reversal trader, so, or a contrarian. So for me, if it's going down, I'm buying. If it's going up, I'm selling. Of course, this looks like it's going to be another possible retest there. And this dollar yen just looks like a nice. So I'm actually going to add onto this until this broker doesn't let me add any more. But I think a thick bank down here, 50 pip range with a 50 pip stop. Same here on the New Zealand. Just get in, because this is going to be some volatility today, and this guy too, this Australian dollar. So I have to sit back, and of course there's always the close all pendings if you think that it looks like it's going to go against you. In other words, on the way to your buy limits, and you're flipping out, and you're thinking, oh God, you know, just get out right now. I mean, just get rid of your exposure, because as long as those pendings are there, a lot of people are nervous to put a pending in, but if you know it's going to delete in 15 minutes or half an hour, you know, you can go take a nap or, you know, set it for one day. But these ones here are for, like, if your lifestyle happens to be that you just don't trade that much, you probably want to put in these 4-hour and then have a daily order that's going to buy 100 pips deep, 100 to 150 pips deep with a 300 pip stop, and just launch it. As long as your exits and like your risk to reward ratios are built into that script, even if it's a single drop, if it's a break even, 50 pip winner, 50 pip loser, you drop enough of those in a precision point, you're just gonna make money. You know, it's that dumb. Like this. Look at this here. This is the. Look at this top bottom here. See if I can get a. You see this bottom became a top now. If I turn on the bars here. I wish I had thicker bars. So if you turn on the bars to that, you can see what I got filled on that. Well, pretty close to getting filled on it. Let's see how it looks like that. Not so bad there. Okay, so let me zoom in and see if I can amplify this thing. Kind of gets on my nerves, this zoom key. But yeah, right here, this bottom becomes a top, and the wicks fill in there. So it's like like this one, you would have had to put your order at the bottom of that wick, so you wouldn't have got filled to the short side on that. That would have been you'd have been disappointed there, but you didn't lose any money. And of course, this is when everything hit this 50 handles, when everything turned. This bottom came up, bam, bam, bam. Now you've got a support here. Now this is the big pivot now, right here. So yeah, I like this British pound. I think I'll buy one at the market here. And then these guys are going to delete after a while, but I'm going to throw in a 1 hour deep, 25 pips in an hour, which would be a nice, amazing pullback, slam out before it goes north. Now, if you write into the script that you want some of these tickets to have profits way up in here, you can do that. My profits are kind of conservative up in here. I'm probably risking more than I'm making on some of these scripts, just because volatility in the market doesn't really let you put in tight stops on a news day. But it seems like there's a lot of money to be made on a news day if you trade it wide enough. If you have your pending super wide, you make some serious money. So I'm gonna see if I can get this count up to about 1,500 by the end of the week. So I'll be up $5,000 on the 10,000. And yeah, I never like to see the numbers down on this account. Kind of always, if you think it's like a real job, I always feel bad about being underwater. But I think my worst drawdown was about $600. Of course, it's hard to tell sometimes when the market's filling you and cashing you out. So I'm at about $3,000. Just kind of scalping, but also swing trading. So these are the swing trading orders, the longer terms, and the scalpings are either at the market or this little 15-minute guy wrote here. I just load this. And this is a pretty tight, almost like buying at the market. I think that's getting in about 5 pips deep. So if you think you missed the train and you don't want to chase it, that's kind of the cure for that. Get this chart up. Let's see if I didn't rescale this thing. But I had changed the colors there because the order tickets were too fat. Okay, here's a 30 minutes on that one. So I'm just going to pause, come back. I got 3 minutes till the bottom of the hour here. And I switched to a daily chart. But I can, this is the dollar to the yen. I'm going to rifle through the time frames here. So it's a 4 hour. There's a 1 hour. It's 30 minute. There's the. So if you're only trying to make 50 pips, I just heard a guy say the dollar yen's going down to 96. Wow. Well, that's okay. But I don't think it's going there today. But that'd be great. I would put orders down there at 96. 96 people. Really? Oh yeah, it's going to 96. Okay, so that's a 4 hour, that's a daily. I don't know. 96, really? Looks like a top bottom. It looks like a pullback here. It looks like a buy and well for the moment. I'm just gonna day trade it. So anyways, bottom of the hour's coming. So if I go to the half hour chart on all these guys, if you were going to trade on the clock, you'd be pulling the trigger here in the half hour. Okay, so yeah, 96. Yeah. It's going to 96. It's going to stick in my craw, that number. Okay, see here, get this guy to half hour. Okay, so right about, 30 seconds away. All right, well, here we go. There was a double bottom on this guy here. I took some profits here, but I'll let the rest go here. I try to get out of some of this margin. Using $800 of margin. It's a little nerve-wracking. But so I'm up a whole $3,000, and I guess the Fed's going to come out and say something here in a little bit, and the gold market looks like it's okay. Here's the other demo account I'm running. Is the this is a true micro here. FX Glory. I think they give you 3,001 leverage here. That's psychotic. But I'm trying to rehabilitate this account. It started with $5,000. It's down to $3,000. Just gonna do a little rehab here. Okay, so the bottom of the hour is come and gone, and kind of look around for tops and bottoms. This British pound looks like it might have a chance, but just in case it doesn't, put some orders in below. I'm always counting on the retest, I guess. So I'll throw some in here, and then I'll throw some in deeper. These are going to last for a half hour. And then I come back to this account. Let's go to the El Pari. This guy looks like it's curling. So take a look at that. Drill down to the 5 minute. So the devil's in the details here. So let me do a little zoom out. So yeah, it's digging out of a hole there. 5 minutes kind of tough to find tops and bottoms. Here's a nice top became a bottom on the 15. The 15's about as thin as you can slice it, but you got to be pretty fast on trigger. Here's the half hour. There's no top bottom. About 15, you got a top bottom entry. I guess that's why the 15 for the well, scalpers and the people that if you're on the 15, I can go to the daily. I can see where I'm at in the 4 hour, at least pip wise, you know. So here we go. Okay, so let me just hit the pause here. Come back to this nonsense. I guess we got about 2.5 hours before the end of the world. Here's the gold market. Looks like we're going to go do a stop hunt on the short people. That's the candles. 2 hours and 27 minutes. Maybe, oh, New Zealand news too. Look, the Fed funds is only listed as a medium event, and the statements got all the drama. So they're projecting a 0.25% interest. Very nice. Okay, so let me hit this pausola. Okay, we're coming up to the big news here, about 8 minutes away. And I've got the dollar yen ready to get in here if we tank. So that's my big trade here, is a possible spike down here. The 15-minute top bottom failed there, but a little top bottom is forming. Let's go to the 15, but kind of want to look at the I put orders in about 200 pips deep here in case we spike down in there and then immediately retrace like you typically do on these kind of news days. So I'll come back about 1 minute before the top of the hour, see where we're at. Okay, this is the yen. Got a huge crush coming here 6 minutes before FOMC. I'm looking to scalp the spike that's probably going to occur over here. I'll go to the 15. Should be pretty rambunctious. And you can always grab, with the new MetaTrader, you can always grab these orders and pull them back if you think you're in a little bit too deep on this stuff. They shuffle these back. Ideally, you don't want any of these orders to be on the same price handle. So it's complete diversification in pricing. That's why you want a nano account or a micro account so you can scale into this thing. Okay, so 5 minutes to go here. Should be pretty ridiculous. Looking for some drama. They say save the drama for your mama. I say save the drama for the Forex. Okay. That 15-minute. Look at that little baby spike on that thing. Coming to that 102. Just love that 102. Let's Some brutal spreads coming up. I cashed out of these guys. I have to take something off the table here because probably going to come into some severe volatility. So let me go out to the 4 hour here. And let me scale back wide. I can see the density of my orders. Not too much here, but I wrote a couple of scripts that are pretty deep. I wrote this 110 pip to 105 pip with a 220 stop. That's what that looks like going in. That lasts for a whole day. So that's kind of like the end of the world scalp there. Okay, this should be pretty wild, as it always is. You gotta love it. Okay, a little nerve-wracking if you're. A lot of people wait till the dust settles and they want to trade it, but I definitely think the most amount of money you're ever going to make, fast money, is going to be when this news hits. So, come back just before the news. Okay, I got 1 minute before the news here, about 50 seconds. And just to see the perspective on this dollar yen, if I go to the daily, it looks like that. Just bearing down, just staring down this support ledge here. So maybe look at the daily here during the move here to see. Uh-oh, just blew out my bridge there. That doesn't like it when you change time frames. Just lost my my bridge here. Anyways, here we go. 10 seconds. Okay, so got pretty psycho wide there. Okay. There you go. The news is out. Pretty brutal. That yen's really out of control. Gotta love it though, huh? I am bullish on that dollar. Okay, if I could just scalp out of this, I'll be happy. I used to blow up accounts on these days. Okay, I'll take a look at the 15. Really is about the yen. Here's the British pound. I go 15 on everybody. I think that euro's gonna get. I think that British pound's gonna slam. So I put all these orders, all these pendings in here, pick this stuff up. I've got New Zealand news coming out in a couple minutes here. Let me reattach this FX bridge. Oh, here we go. Finally, all that hard work paid off of placing all those pendings. Okay, let's see what kind of damage we can do here. I'm only in $300 of margin here. I sure hope it comes down here. They're certainly hammering that New Zealand. So, I've had dollar Canadian up here. Should probably throw the dollar Canadian up here. I'm sure there's some antics going on there. Okay. Let a cruise around here, see how this account's doing. Okay. Trading the yen across the board here. All my brokers. This one I'm being conservative. I'm going to buy deep. So I typically throw an order like this out. Like I see this as kind of a failed sell-off. I'll start throwing in these 75 pip deepers. This broker takes forever to fill. I just walk away from that. This broker's an instant broker. Okay. Alright, looks like got stopped out of something maybe. Oh yeah, here we go. Total obliteration of the New Zealand dollar there. Yeah, I figured they're gonna ram this stuff all over the map. So basically, just put pendings in really deep here. I'm gonna put 80 pips here. Looking for 80 pip slam. Same here. Looking for 50 pips. Come down there, but yeah, that dollar yen's really making a big comeback here. Let me throw this bridge back in here. You got to delete. This is a big pain in the ass. You got to delete the remove the expert advisor and then reinstall it for it to pick up. So you can't change the time frame when you're doing this. Otherwise, you're going to have a problem. Okay. Should redo it there. Okay, so yeah, so I'm up $10 here. Wow, look at that. Well, I picked up some tickets. I knew we were going up, but you know, it's so hard to get in there at the very bottom. It's kind of scary. Okay, let me see if I'm making any money here. Okay. Gotta make some real money too. Okay, here's the Alpari account. Here's the FX Glory Demo A. Kind of hard to see what's going on here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, news has been out for 5 minutes. Not as violent as I thought, but I guess a lot of people wait 5 minutes. They call that the dust settling, and then they jump in. So here's the one I'm really bullish on. So I made that ride last night up into this resistance level. Right here was the exit. That bottom became a top, and then now we're looking for this bottom failure here. They come down and hit that round handle 102. So if you're a precision trader, you would have your orders there at 102. I just kind of shotgun approach or scaling approach. Okay, so looks like we're gonna climax and make some money here. I wish I would have got in a little heavier, but they sure make you nervous with the volatility, you know. So maybe I can get tagged on these guys. I throw in some just some 30-minute orders here. Maybe get picked up on a retest here. But that looks pretty tight. Yeah, so I don't know. Let's wait till New Zealand and pause and come back. Okay, we're coming near my entries here. Get a nice big sell off. Get that spike down there. Clean house. Look at that. Look at this thing go up into the. Look at that spike. Yeah, so that's my trade. Is that whole spike thing. So cash out on some of that. And then look for it to tank some more. So I could have bought the market there, but it's so violent, it may even crush way down in here again. I'll buy a little bit at the market maybe. Just buy one. This looks like a really nice plummet into here. Just here we go. This looks like a nice smash down. Put orders at really super deep now. 50 to 100 pips deep. Boy, they sure can run it up and down. I mean, they run it over the map here. Amazing. So you got one more spike down there. Just wacky stuff. That spike on the euro. But that seems like easy money to me. Fast money. Faster the better.